Thanks for watching Money in Main Street. For our CEO Sit Down today, we're happy to welcome Jim Nemley to our program. He's a professional motivational speaker, as well as host of the radio show, Building Your Extraordinary Business, which you can find on Blog Talk Radio. Besides several certifications related to business training and coaching, he's an ordained minister. So we want to thank you so much for joining us today, Jim.
Thank you for having me, Giovanna.
Today we want to talk about being boss versus being a friend. So, especially in a small business environment where you're wearing many hats, how do you know when you should be the boss versus being the friend?
You are always the boss, okay? Now, being the boss does not necessarily mean you're mean and evil. It just means that there is a distinction between your position and the position of your worker. And you have to make certain that there is a line. Now, again, I say, it doesn't mean that you have to be stern and you better do that. It doesn't mean that at all. You could have a very good working relationship, but at no point can you allow that line to be crossed.
Now, how do you establish that?
You establish it right from the start.
How?
You establish it by not getting yourself into circumstances where now you're sharing secrets and now you're going out together and now you're doing. Those things cannot be done if you're a boss and an employee, because what it does is it confuses the relationship.
How do you show empathy without crossing the line?
You can show empathy by just being a human being. I empathize, and I show people how to empathize with every situation that goes on. You're to care for your employee. That's number one as a boss. You care for your employee. You care for your employee's family. So you empathize with what's going on in their life. But at no time can you really join in 100% with them.
Now, that's interesting you brought that up, because there was a study by Towers and Watson which indicated that out of these people surveyed, only 44% believed that their employers had a sincere and genuine interest in their employees' well-being.
And I believe that because sometimes your attitude can be forced, okay? You can't be forced. There's a way of being natural. I'm naturally concerned, and I show people how to become naturally concerned with their employees. And if you're doing that, then there shouldn't be any feelings that you're faking it, all right? Because you're that way genuinely.
Give me some examples of how you provide flexibility without going overboard.
Flexibility, when you have policies and procedures in your company and you have an employee handbook, everybody knows the do's and the don'ts within your company. Flexibility, there are things that you're going to be flexible on there, but you being flexible on a certain thing, like say lateness, all right? Person's late a few times, but in this particular situation, they're always on time, but they've been late the last few times. Why? My vehicle's in the shop, I'm just getting it back, it won't happen again. Fine, there's flexibility. If this is a long-term thing, then forget about it. So you know, based on your employee handbook, the do's and the don'ts, what you can be flexible with.
And final thoughts on establishing respect.
Be respectful. As a boss, be respectful of your employees. They are the ones that make your business. Without them, you have none. Be respectful for them, and they will respect you in turn.
All right. Well, thank you so much.